Another episode of Funky and the Champ. I'm fat. Jamal's like skinny fat. Right? Like you're skinny fat.
Take it back.
Today I chose violence.
I'm suing. Sue them. I had to mute on for the fight. Sorry, Daniel. I did mute you.
You guys are gonna be lifetime enemies because of the shit you say the moment you get a microphone in your face. Bro, you're crazy. All right, guys. So we are in beautiful Fargo, North Dakota. We are at the Residence Inn. Nobody show up with like dolls or anything. You know that happens all the time. Like literal dolls to like sign and shit at the Fargo Dome, bro.
Well, I signed some autographs at the Fargo Dome today. I don't know about you.
Didn't. None at all.
None?
No. I keep my volume hat on. Everybody goes, "What's the V, Virginia?" I'm like, "No, it's the volume."
There you go. Boom.
But you know what that means? The volume.
I don't actually. Can you tell me?
Yeah. So it's like you have a personality, right? Mm-hmm. Well, if you want to make it a personality that people listen to,
yeah, crank up the volume.
You crank up the volume, right?
Got it. Nice.
Colin Cowherd, smart guy.
But then you can't, right? You can't live the gimmick. Like this is McGregor's problem.
No, you got to turn it up.
Well, he needs to turn it down when he goes off camera. He needs to turn that shit down, like start twisting it. You know?
He is turning the knob. His knob broke.
It got stuck.
It broke, and then he turned that bitch more. He took a wrench and he started twisting it with a wrench after it was already broke. So
turn it back down. Turn it back down.
Ben and I are here for the Junior National Championships of Cadets. 16U is what they're calling it now. And 6 dudes in the semifinals tomorrow.
We got 7.
7 dudes in the semifinals tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
How many kids wrestling to become All-Americans?
We got 8 other ones, so
15
busy
kids
day.
To become All-Americans for Ben Askren, 5 for me. Granted, Ben brought 100 people here, and I brought 15.
You can bring as many as you want.
Yeah, but we're living in California, it's expensive. But we figured, why not do this face-to-face?
Live and in person.
Live and in person. So, Ben, here's my question to you. Francis Ngannou is fighting Tyson Fury, and they're saying that he's making $8 million. Has to be more.
But someone else said 8 figures.
Brendan Schaub.
Yes.
8, Jake Paul. Both said 8 figures,
yeah.
which would mean over $10 million.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that with the amount of money that they are paying in the Mideast, that it would be less than $10 million. And I know, Ben, what the UFC was going to pay him. And $8 million would not be
Dana
enough.
let you in on the negotiations?
Listen, I just have some roundabout way of getting the things.
All right.
But $8 million wouldn't be enough. Francis has to be making more.
So yeah, I would assume, and there's probably a pay-per-view part, which is kind of, that could kind of be scary because maybe it does well, maybe it doesn't do well. I think it's going to do really well. I think they're going to be able to sell Francis. He looks good. He hits hard. He doesn't outbox him. He just has to knock him out, right? So they can sell that all day long.
But the problem is, you sold Conor McGregor as having a knockout chance against Floyd Mayweather.
You did.
And it's still sold. Yeah. Is Francis Conor McGregor? No. But you still have the 2 best heavyweights in their chosen profession fighting each other.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. When it comes to the matchup, Francis is up against Tyson Fury.
Yes.
And he knows it. I saw a video where Chael said Tyson Fury is nothing but a big bully by fighting Francis. Is he bullying him? Because he's making him fight that rule.
But the boxing guys, they don't do nothing else. We had one boxer ever come over, James Toney.
It was bad.
It was bad. So we actually need to do? I was thinking we need to come up with a mixed rule set. So maybe like boxing with clinching, or maybe semi-kick, but you get to kick them too. So there's going to be something to give the MMA fighters a little bit of advantage than just hands.
Because that was the problem, right? When the whole Fury-Jones thing was going on, it was like Jones couldn't box Fury. No MMA fighter can really box Fury.
Not really. He's really good.
But Fury couldn't last 3 minutes with Jones in an MMA fight.
Not even close.
But could he last 3 minutes with Francis, considering Francis doesn't wrestle?
Man,
well, he does. He took down Cyril Gane.
There you go. Yes.
Maybe Francis can wrestle.
Francis can wrestle Tyson Fury. He might not be able to wrestle at this tournament this weekend. We see some of the heavyweights, they move well, but he could wrestle Tyson Fury.
Dude, it's such an interesting thing to watch 2 guys choose to do something like this. And bro, I was one of the people that said, Francis got to go back. He's messing up. Because it just looked a little dark. Like we didn't know what was going on.
Well, it's hard.
And then all of a sudden, shit came together for him.
Yes.
And it not only came together for him big.
Really well.
Because the PFL thing and now this,
yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so hopefully he fights a boxing fight and then he hops in the next season of PFL, gets paid well.
But there's no PFL season though. He fights in the pay-per-views.
Oh, the pay-per-views only.
Of PFL. And there's another thing about Francis's pay-per-views in boxing. I think they start to get paid at pay-per-view number 1.
Yes.
You don't have to hit a baseline like you do with the UFC because they pay for everything.
Yes.
And then they recoup the money, then you guys start to share the money, which in reality is what most people do.
Yes.
Like most people want to recoup their guarantee, and then they start to split the money with you.
I mean, but that's kind of one where boxing has, and I don't know why it became that way, but it is kind of more advantageous towards fighters if they make it that far, right? There's, it's 0.0001% of the boxers make it to that level, but once they get there, it's hugely advantageous to their paydays.
Astronomical.
Yes.
Because they're making so much money. Boxing pay-per-views that do 100,000 buys are like through the roof.
Yes. Because
they're making so much money on the pay-per-view. And the pay-per-view still costs $70.
Yes.
It's no cheaper. But
let me ask you one question.
Go ahead.
If we had to make a rule set that boxers could live with, but would give MMA fighters a better chance, what is it? Because it's not MMA. That's not going to be good for
No,
them.
it can't be MMA. You got to be able to clinch. You got to be able to kick.
Clinch and kick.
You got to be able to clinch or at least knee. You got to be able to clinch and knee.
There we go. I like that.
Because you can't kick.
Kick's too much range.
It's too much range.
Yeah.
You got to be able to get close. And in boxing, they stop you right away.
Yeah, too much.
They got to let you stay.
It was annoying. I got to hold it. Listen, because whoever was fighting before me, maybe Frank Mir, they were just pummeling. They were doing some Greco wrestling. I'm like, let me do that shit. I'll do that shit for 8 rounds.
So you grabbing them?
I grabbed them twice, and they gave me like 1 second. I'm like, let me pull on this dude a little bit.
Get him tired.
Get something. It was bullcrap. I'm like, wait, what? That was there for 1 second. Like, I watched Frank Mir pummel for 4 minutes. Like, let me go. We got to be able to clinch him up a little bit.
Yeah, they don't really let you work. So I think that would probably be the thing that allows for the boxer to at least have a chance until they get kneed, though.
Yeah.
The moment they get kneed, they're like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm going down. Ben, so we can agree, Francis down to 1. He won.
He got a nice payday. I'm going to say let's let it play out for a few years before I say he won.
Dude, what if he makes $20 million in one fight? And then he makes $5 million in PFL.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, I guess I don't know Francis well. I don't know what his life objective is. He's going to probably make more money doing this than he'll do anything else. And probably the freedom is going to make him happy. So I think it's likely he's going to feel in 5 years like it's a win. Because that's what all of us got to think. You asked me about the Jake Paul thing. It's like, I did it because I wanted to do it. I got paid well. Like, it's annoying that teenagers bug me about it. But besides that, whatever.
It's just the worst thing. Like, this morning I'm in the bathroom taking a shit, and I hear kids fucking talking about me and John Jones.
You know what?
They had to know I was in there.
We're in wrestling country now. I went to sit down and eat some Mexican food last night at El Vaqueros down the street, and some Iowa kids started chirping. I said, listen, I know you're a kid, and I know we're in Mexico. I said, I'll put your ass in a headlock. He said something else. I went and gave him a squeeze.
That's illegal.
No, it's not.
You're beating kids, man.
I beat this kid. I told him. These are wrestling kids. Wrestling kids, they're a little rougher. So it's not like a random kid off the street. He was a big old wrestler from Iowa somewhere. I said, keep it up.
Keep talking shit, I'll get your ass.
I came and put him in a sleeper hold.
Crazy. Guys, as you know, Ben and I always got to do this. Good that we're doing it face-to-face. But even face-to-face, you have to pay your bills. So today's video is brought to you by the Game Time app. The Game Time app is the worldwide leader in last-minute ticket purchases. So whether you're going to basketball, football, soccer, Lionel Messi's now playing in Miami, maybe get one of those super expensive tickets at a better price, use the Game Time app to do that. And use the promo code DCTV for $20 off your first purchase. So go now, download the Game Time app, save money immediately, but save more money by using DCTV for $20 off of your first purchase. Go out and do something fun. Comedy show, concert, don't matter. Choose the Game Time app to do it.
How are you so good at that? I always want to mess you up in the promo because you leave me on here live. So I'm like, we're in person now, but I'm live.
Why would you do that?
Because it'd be funny.
Why?
Because you're in your zone and then I just fuck with you. And
I gotta pay the bills, man. We don't get Ben Askren for free. He's fucking expensive. Dude, you're expensive. Look, Islam Makhachev.
Yes.
I mean, Lord knows who he's going to fight. Me and Ryan Clark talked about that, and we can't figure out who he's going to fight because you can't imagine Gaethje and Poirier are going to be healthy enough to fight again in October.
Yeah.
Charles Oliveira said he's not fighting again. Beneil Dariush just got beat. Michael Chandler, he lost too. So is the fight Conor McGregor. So if it's not any of those guys, nobody knows who Islam has next. Number 7, number 8. So there's some disappointment there.
Well, Volkanovski wants some smoke. I think he made a tweet today.
Volkanovski had surgery today.
But he's going to heal fast. He's like the Terminator or something.
He is kind of like the Terminator.
Yeah. Leon Edwards, I guess I'm down with that. But Leon Edwards needs to keep the 170 division moving because you got, I think it should be Bilal, but you also got Colby.
Yeah.
We got to keep that division moving too.
It'll be Colby. It'll be Colby fighting for the belt at some point.
But why haven't they announced it? Why is it taking so long?
Bro, I think it's got to be some sort of scheduling thing. Because think about this, right? The UFC has to make fights to end the year. So you have Aljamain in August. You have Izzy in September. You have Islam in October. You got Jones Miocic in November. They have to figure out who's going in December. It was supposed to be McGregor and Chandler.
Well, they were tweeting some things that made you think it was going to come together last week, and then
McGregor Chandler.
Both of them, yeah.
Yes, for sure.
But then nothing.
I would imagine that if McGregor Chandler happens at the end of the year, you might see Leon Edwards, Colby Covington in New York City. Because, but they can't announce it now because what if McGregor Chandler doesn't happen?
That doesn't happen.
Those guys will probably be sometimes towards the end of the year. But what do you think about that though? When Islam goes champ for champ, me versus you, he remembered his name. I did a check-in with him and he was like, brother, what's this guy's name? I mean, he remembered his name.
Man, you know, Leon Edwards, he got so much better. I'm really impressed by him.
Can you believe that?
I think it's a really tough fight for Makhachev. It really is. He can stop takedowns. He can battle.
He can strike, too.
Strike, really clean. Yes, it's a good fight.
But who would you pick?
I'd probably pick Leon, honestly.
Really?
After the last Usman fight, I mean, you could just see, like, even from 2 Usman fights ago, he did such a better job of, like, battling in the wrestling positions and dictating it to be more of a striking fight. And if you could do that against Usman...
Is Usman a better striker than Makhachev?
He's just bigger and stronger, which, you know, even if you're the same skill level, if you're bigger and stronger, it makes you better, right? So, man, if Usman couldn't push him around, I have a hard time thinking Makhachev's going to.
Do you think that it's like grinding you out a little bit, complimenting Kamaru?
No, he's good. I got no issue.
You like Usman now?
I almost said, no, I didn't say that. I wasn't get crazy. I almost had to make a funny joke last week on the show.
What?
We were talking about the African champions.
Yeah.
But he's Marty from Nebraska.
Oh, dude, you can't say that. You went through this whole thing without being disrespectful to this man's heritage, and you want to say he's Marty from Nebraska.
But listen.
He wanted to kill you.
Okay, he did. He didn't like that. You know what? I'm going to tell you something I never told anyone.
All right.
You know what? He got so mad at me backstage that one day, and he came at me, and he said, keep it real or something. I don't remember. Have you ever done this, Daniel? I know you've done it. Okay, you're in an unfamiliar place.
Yeah.
You see a face that looks familiar, and you just give him the what's up.
Yes.
So, like, I'm going to the elevator, he walks around the corner, and I just click, I know this person. It didn't click who it was yet. What's up? And I think that's why he was so mad.
Why? Because you were supposed to go up to him?
Because I said what's up like in a semi-friendly tone versus I was calling him Marty, which I didn't even know, honestly, when I said I didn't know Marty was an insult. Like, listen, that dude was at the training center. You know he was there. I know he was there.
I don't remember anything.
We were all there.
I don't remember anything.
His name was Marty. That was what I knew him as. I wasn't trying to be mean to anybody. I just said, this is this dude's name. I'm like, because I knew at the time he was good. And it's like, okay, he's going to be a landmine for me. So if I can just like skip over him, it's going to be way better for me. So I'll just ignore this dude. And then he got all mad at me. So I'm like, well, I made him mad. Now I guess I got to fight him. You know, like
you came to the UFC and you made enemies fast, bro.
Well, that's kind of the point.
It really is.
Yeah,
it really is. I'm still amazed that you went through your entire MMA career and like really never really learned. To like really fight. You were just kind of taking these dudes on. You weren't really fighting. You could beat me, and I saw you beat Duran today.
No, listen.
You were never like,
hey, you know what? I got
so good at that skill that you
well, now we're just like an interview Ben session.
No, I'm not interviewing you.
No. Listen, I'm going to defend myself here. I actually I think I was fairly decent at striking, and like 13, 14, 15, I was really like putting everything together. Okay. You know what happened to me?
Tell me.
I watched that fucking movie Concussion on the way to.
So you said no more.
I was flying to a fight in 2016. I watched that movie. I'm like, fuck.
It's scary, bro.
I shouldn't be sparring, huh? I didn't spar after 2016.
Shut up, Ben Askren.
I swear to God, all my life.
You didn't spar one round after 2016?
No.
So when I saw you in 18 and you just came over, you were just like, just grappling and wrestling?
I was hitting pads. I was doing like light, I wasn't like, we weren't fighting each other in practice. We were doing like light sparring drills, grappling, wrestling, conditioning. Because I'm like, I'm not going to risk it in practice. I'm like, I don't know if this is real or not. And actually, I kind of think it's fake now. I read some other studies.
Sometimes you're too smart for your own good.
Well, okay, the one study says, it said, it's like 87% of people who played 1 year of football have CTE. And then it's like, well, okay, but hold on, Daniel. How many people in the generation above us played 1 year of football? Like every American male.
Yeah,
and like, but they're not all walking around like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, well, maybe the threshold, because we can set thresholds really low, right? So maybe this threshold is really low, so everyone has it or something. So then it was like, I read that and it was too late. But yeah, I'm like, hey, I shouldn't risk it. Like, I'll still fight people.
But even today, though, like nobody spars. Like guys don't spar.
I stopped sparring after 2016.
You didn't spar no more.
None.
But like other guys, like people don't spar no more. Like very few people actually.
Well, I'm
spar.
lying. I suppose I sparred some boxing because I figure this is going to be 11 weeks and then I'm done, or 10 weeks or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So I guess I sparred boxing, but no, in fighting, I didn't.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, cause I guess that movie. I don't know if you watched it.
I never watched it.
It's kind of scary.
I refuse to watch stuff. I don't want to watch it. I'd rather be blissfully ignorant. Blissful ignorance, bro.
I know, that was so nice. Because like before that, it's like, I kind of like. I mean, I just like fighting. I like combat. You know me. I'm physical.
You were losing, and you weren't losing any.
No, but like, I mean, you're older now. But like, when you were younger, didn't you just like go to the gym to like fight people?
Yeah, it was
like
awesome.
It's just kind of fun.
It was fun.
So I was like,
sparring was really fun.
That's what I'm saying.
Until somebody like hit you with some real shit, and you're like, man, am I really enjoying this as much as I thought I am?
No, it's fun. It's fun. Like Anthony Pettis wheel kicked me one time. I was like, okay, let's fight a little harder now.
Take his ass down.
This is great. Yeah.
Right? You start wrestling him.
Yeah.
So. Before I let you go, Ben,
we went way off the rails today.
Oh my God, I love that. I love it though. It's the best. I know you have some studying to do.
I got it. We gotta watch some matches tomorrow. We gotta win some titles.
Need to win.
Big old stop signs.
Some big stop signs. But if Leon Edwards doesn't fight Islam Makhachev, he's gonna fight Colby Covington.
Yeah.
With those improvements, do you think that he has made enough improvements to stop Covington from taking him down?
Man, you know what?
Because that's a very aggressive approach.
He's very aggressive. But did you see the stat about Covington?
What?
It was like he hasn't been, since Robbie retired, he hasn't beat an active UFC fighter since like 24.
Really?
Something crazy, something totally mind-blowing. And now Covington's on this thing where like he doesn't really fight. Before George, which what was that, a year and a half ago now? 18 months.
Yeah.
When did he fight before that?
18 months.
It was like a long time before that also.
He had fought Usman.
But it was way before that, right?
Yeah. But he fought Usman in the second fight in New York City.
Yeah.
And before he fought Masvidal. But now it's been a year and a half since he fought Masvidal.
Yeah, so it's like he's getting older. Age is a thing. I think he's like 35 now, 36. Like, he's getting up there. He's going to slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I think probably like 2 or 3 years ago I would have been confident and I was that Usman's going to get him. And now I'm not so sure.
Covington. Yeah. Well, Leon Edwards, if he can beat all these dudes, might be a long-reigning champion at welterweight. We just got over Kamaru Usman's reign at welterweight.
Yeah.
Man, wouldn't you have loved to fight Leon Edwards before he got the wrestling?
I was totally trying to pick a fight with him.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just like it would have seemed to have been a great matchup.
Yeah.
Today's real good. Guys, it's time to let Ben Askren go. It's been 20 minutes. You guys know we're fast. We don't hold you for an hour. I know some of you guys in the comments are like, we just needs to be longer. Just take us as you get us. Ben Askren. I'm Daniel Cormier. Until next time, like, subscribe. Tell your friend to tell a friend that DC's got a YouTube channel. And me and Funky, you get Ben Askren for Funky and the Champ. See you guys next time. Peace.